How to sell your Oxford home fast this spring. Some people want to sell their home quickly for all kinds of personal reasons. So if you're thinking about selling your home in Oxfordshire this spring and want a quick sale, then here are my top tips to help you find a buyer in no time at all. Number 1, be flexible on price. When it comes to selling your property in Oxford, a good estate agent will be able to give you a clear idea of the price range that it falls into. Ideally, you'll get the full asking price, and if you're very lucky, then you may be offered more if a couple of potential buyers want to compete. However, if you want a really quick sale, then you may need to be prepared to accept a little under the asking price. You should be willing to be flexible, especially if the property is looking tired and some of the major components need updating, such as the boiler or the windows. Have an amount in mind that you would be willing to accept, but don't allow yourself to be forced into accepting a low offer if you won't be happy with the price. Number 2, find the right buyer. When it's natural to want to achieve the highest possible price for your property, it may be worth sacrificing a small amount to get a sale completed as quickly as possible. For example, one buyer may offer you full asking price but be part of a long chain, whereas a first-time buyer may come in with a slightly lower offer but with no chain to consider. So if you're looking to sell in a hurry, then it may be worth your while choosing a buyer who's ready to go quickly, even if it costs you a bit of money in the short term. Number 3, give your home a lick of paint. It sounds so small, but buyers will be far more attracted to a property that's ready to move into immediately, and you don't need to spend a fortune getting the place ready either. A fresh coat of paint will do the job, even if it's just a touch-up rather than a full paint job. Also, you should probably go for neutral colours, such as an off-white or magnolia. Buyers want to imagine themselves living in the property they're viewing, so giving them a blank canvas will be far more appealing than jungle-themed leopard print wallpaper. Boost the curb appeal. Many buyers will make up their mind about a property before they've even stepped foot inside. So if you've allowed the front garden to become overgrown or your overflowing bins are blocking the path, then honestly, it's time to get the gardening gloves on and start tidying up. It doesn't take a lot of effort. And hanging a basket or two or some pots and perhaps touching up a bit of paintwork, if you really want to make an impression, it pays off. Show off your home's assets. You want to show your property in its best light, so that means highlighting everything that's good about the property. For example, you may have been using the second bedroom as just a dumping ground for all your coats or magazines for storage, but buyers will want to see how they can use the space as a second bedroom or that all-important office. So clear the clutter out of sight, make the bed, and let buyers see what it's meant to be used for. Declutter everywhere. This ties in nicely with showing off your property's assets. Buyers want to see a property that's well looked after and don't want to be overwhelmed with clutter as soon as they walk through the front door. So if you've been using the understairs cupboards for junk or piling up the paperwork in the living room, then honestly, it's time for a clear out. And there's the added bonus of potentially making a few pounds by selling some of your unwanted possessions or just giving them to a charity shop. Fix any minor issues. When you're living in a place, it's easy to overlook a missing light bulb, a damaged fence, or a cracked window. However, if you're looking to sell, then these minor issues are all things that buyers could pick up on, and which might actually end up putting them off making an offer. Some buyers may see minor issues like these as a sign of potentially bigger issues elsewhere, and it gives them the impression that the house isn't well maintained. So before you come to sell, just take some time to sort out those odd jobs that you've really been putting off. Obviously, clean your house. You don't need to get the professionals in or spend all day doing a deep clean, but before any viewings, just make sure that you've whizzed around with a vacuum and a duster, you've emptied the bins and tidied up. You would be amazed how much of a difference it can make to buyers. And it's further proof that you really take pride in your property and maintain it to a good standard. I hope this helps. This is Damion Merry from Fine Country, Oxfordshire. Thank you.